You know what? I regret getting tattoos. Oh, and the thing is, I have quite a lot of them, you know. It's not an easy thing to say, not something you like to admit to yourself, let alone others on a public platform like this. But the thing is, this is where we're at. And, it's not that all my tattoos are ugly. Okay, some of them are. But if I could press a button that would magically erase all of my tattoos, would I press it? Most definitely. But I didn't always think that way. For I used to be young and reckless. Back when the only life philosophy I practiced was YOLO. I remember getting my first one. It was the day of my 18th birthday. And at the time, I was listening to this metal band. And the singer had a full sleeve up to here. And then the whole rest of their body was bare. And I was like, that is exactly what I want to do. I want to look like I kill people for a living. So I got a really cute and dainty cross tattoo. And then soon I got another tattoo. And then soon I got another tattoo. And the more I got, the more I wanted. I was unstoppable, like herpes on a Lithuanian prostitute. And soon I was running out of ideas of what I wanted to tattoo on myself. But did I let that stop me? No, I would not. I would get on Pinterest, of course, the night before the appointment and just pick something. And also, being a young person wanting to save money doing this, I found a local teenager to tattoo me in exchange for IG shoutouts. Sometimes I wish I would have rather spontaneously robbed a bank or something on the way to those appointments, just so I would have missed them. I want to emphasize, though, that I am not trying to shit on any of the artists whatsoever. Everyone who's worked on me have been, great people, fun, talented, all that. But my regret comes more from a place of, making the decision to get tattooed in the first place. Making such permanent decisions in such a temporary state of mind, And when I say temporary, I'm thinking about who I was surrounded by at the time. My then manager, band members, label people, most of them heavily tattooed men in their 40s. And I wanted to feel a part of the group, I was easily influenced. I had just gotten a record deal. I thought, I got this deal. I'm going to be a rock star forever. Never going to have to worry about employment again, And then I got dropped a year later. In a way, I guess I'm still proud of myself for doing what I wanted to do at the time and expressing myself accordingly. But TBH, and this is going to be kind of a hot take, but I think the age limit to getting tattoos should be 25. How are you going to make permanent decisions when your prefrontal cortex hasn't even fully developed? I think it's a little weird, Why is there free will? Why are we left to our own devices? I need a dictator. I was already getting tattoos as a skip-walking virgin who still ate baby food because it tasted nostalgic. Bitch, I was still chasing pigeons. Oh, wait. I'm giving birth! No, I'm just trying to burp. Sorry. What I think happened is, through the years, I just simply outgrew the look, How I want to present myself, how I feel on the inside, has no longer matched with what I got going on here. And it's pretty unfortunate because, I find myself hiding my hand and arm in pictures. And sometimes when I walk around in public, I keep my hands in my pockets. And if I go see my grandma, she's a Second World War veteran. She's 98. She's literally older than sliced bread. So you get an idea of how opinionated and unfiltered her commentary is when it comes to this. So she always makes a point to tell me how hideous my tattoos are. And that's fine. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, why would you ever care what someone else thinks about you? But the thing is, my brother in Christ, we're human. It's literally hammered in our DNA. We are a gregarious species, Back in the caveman days, if you decided to wear rabbit fur instead of elk fur that everyone else was wearing because rabbit fur was unethically sourced and stinky, and by wearing it you smell like a walking sphincter, then, that's going to affect if you're invited to dinner or not. And back in those days, you wanted to get to dinner, Come on, bro, let me in. Let me get some of that mac and bees. So what people think of us directly affects how we're treated. And generally people want to be treated with kindness and respect. And honestly, with hand tattoos, sometimes I get looked at like I'm some sort of delinquent. And I will tell you, I am far from that. I am a God-fearing, tax-paying, zero hose having citizen. I ain't got no friends. I've got an upset tummy. Those are actually the only things I could think of right now. So I guess things are looking up. But yeah, I've just tried to own it too. It's like, this is a choice that I made. No one forced me to get tattooed, you know. There's no version of me in this world, in existence, that did not end up getting tattooed. So why not just rock it, you know? So what if instead of having clean girl aesthetic, I have peeing girl aesthetic? So what if instead of old money vibes, I have stole money vibes? Like, so what if this is supposed to be a jacket, but everyone thinks I'm holding a giant rotisserie chicken? This stick and poke one too. I mean, I got this tattoo because my tattoo artist asked if I wanted it, and I didn't want to hurt his feelings, so I said yes. I have this geometric lion cub tattoo that's giving very much 2015 Pinterest, and that is because it is exactly off of 2015's Pinterest. And then my hand tat. It's my most visible tattoo, and it's also the one that has aged the worst. My hand tat, that's supposed to be a beautiful dot work, super detailed Gothic church, went from this to this in 1 year. I went to a super reputable artist, great guy, amazingly talented, love him to tears. But I just wish he would have been maybe a little more realistic with me about how something like this can heal on the hand. And I mean, in a metal way, it's cool, you know, it looks okay, but okay is not how I'd want to feel about my most visible tattoo. I started looking into tattoo removal about a year ago, and I've had a couple sessions done on some of my smaller tattoos to see how my skin and the ink responds to it. And a part of me would want to remove at least this here. But I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm ready for that dirty looking transitional period that would last at least a couple years before the ink is finally gone, if it fully ever disappears. B, it hurts like hell, obviously. And C, it is so expensive. So, hey, if you want to sponsor me, if you're a tattoo removal clinic, or if you're just like a loaded viewer who thinks I'd be way hotter without tattoos, hit me up. Another direction I've thought of taking is just finishing up the sleeve, you know? It only goes up to here, and I never finished what I started, which was to get a full sleeve. And I thought maybe the reason I don't like my tattoos is because it isn't finished. But I don't know, it just doesn't feel right to book more appointments when I'm already thinking of getting rid of the whole thing. But at the end of the day, luckily, this is not something that consumes my daily mind. I don't think about it all the time. I don't like to focus too much on superficial things. You know, this is only the shell of who we really are, and that's on the inside. And the fact is that looks fade, and character is what stays. Except if you get like Alzheimer's. But in the frustration that I feel, I have found solace in the fact that there are beautiful stories behind my tattoos. So many memories. A lot of my life story is documented on my skin, and I find beauty in that. Regardless, I think this whole process has been a great learning experience about things having consequences. You make decisions, and you live with the decisions made. But anyway, I'm really interested to hear what thoughts you have on this. So please leave a comment. The comment section is open. And also, if you could possibly, please like this video so that, you know, thinking about future uploads, that I know that there's demand for videos. So yeah, I'll catch you on the flip side. That was cringe. Oh my God, I'm cringing out of my body. Oh!